welcome to Health Talk. I'm Dr. Manny. New government guidelines suggest Americans cut their daily intake of salt to about 1 teaspoon. But with the Super Bowl around the corner, how can we enjoy all the game day snacks without going over the limit? Joining me now to show us how it's done is culinary expert and top chef judge Gail Simmons.
Hi, Dr. Manny.
Come on, Super Bowl is coming.
I know.
I like it hot and spicy.
That's right. Well, there's a way to do hot and spicy without doing super salty.
I know. So how do we identify the big ticket items that have a lot of salt?
It's hard to do, but generally a good rule is the processed foods, prepackaged and processed foods are always going to have the highest content in salt, and they often account for 50% of the salt we consume in our diet. So things like obviously fast food, pizza, but even canned soups, packaged chips, even things like pasta and rice often have salt in them that you don't know about when you're buying it.
Right.
So you want to be really careful to read the labels.
Right. You know, I love to cook at home. So how do I apply the guidelines in an effort to, stick within my regimen of low salt?
So the American dietary guidelines say that on average, Americans consume about 3,400 milligrams of salt a day. Now, that is 50% higher than the recommended amount. That is a lot of salt. So the good news is there's a lot of ways to do that, and one of the ways that they suggest is actually by adding things that will boost flavor without adding salt. And I've partnered with McCormick to show you great ways to do that, because often the flavors that you want are in things like herbs and spices.
Right.
So if you add more herbs and spices and learn to really cook with them and use them well, you don't need as much salt.
And I think that's the key. So now we're going to. This is what I'm going to do. Look at this table, everybody.
Yeah. This is the Super Bowl.
This is a heck of a table, everybody. So now this is my Super Bowl menu. Let's talk about the good and the bad and what you want me to kind of give in my party here.
Well, I brought you a few dishes that are traditionally at Super Bowl parties.
That's right.
And then I'm giving you alternatives that are just as delicious, packed with flavor, and that are really going to help you reduce your salt intake, and you're not going to miss anything else.
Okay.
So here we go. Let's go. A typical salsa or a cheese dip. People love things like queso con salsa at their table.
That's right.
With tortilla chips. Tortilla chips have a ton of salt. You can get a reduced sodium tortilla chip, but you can also make a much healthier salsa. This is black.
The melted cheese over there.
Exactly. The melted cheese has tons of added salt in it. But this version, which is black bean and avocado salsa, has orange juice, it has cumin, you can put in heat, you can add pepper, you can add paprika or cayenne. It's going to be crunchy and delicious.
Made out of what?
These are tortilla, blue corn tortilla, but they're low sodium.
There you go.
The savings between them per serving is about 250 milligrams of salt.
I got the tortilla thing covered. What's next?
Quesadillas.
My favorite.
We all love quesadillas.
Yeah.
I'm not sacrificing my quesadilla on
No,
Super Bowl, and neither are you.
No.
A regular chicken quesadilla versus a veggie and cheese, an easy, cheesy quesadilla, packed with veggies, still have the Monterey Jack in there. You can serve it with salsa, pico de gallo, and that is saving about 1,000 milligrams of fat per serving.
Between the two. That's amazing.
I'm sorry, 1,000 milligrams of salt, exactly.
Salt, yeah. Again, the flavor is enhanced by this.
There's vegetable seasoning. You can add anything from heat if you want it, and spice. You can add things like thyme or basil. You can add cilantro in there. Lots of flavor, none of the salt. And then this is my favorite. I have a weakness for chicken wings. All my friends know it.
Yeah.
But chicken wings sometimes have 1,700 milligrams of salt in them per serving alone.
Absolutely.
So I've made a version that's a roasted cauliflower, a buffalo-style roasted cauliflower with all that buffalo flavor, way less salt, and a blue cheese dip that you will not miss any blue cheese dip you've ever tasted from.
So on the buffalo wings, how do we do that?
Well, I'm going to do it instead with cauliflower.
Okay.
Lots more crunch, same great buffalo taste. I've made a mixture right here that's olive oil and butter, but it uses all those beautiful seasonings. I'm using this amazing McCormick Citrus Fiesta no salt seasoning. It's a perfect pinch Fiesta seasoning and has no salt, but it's got lemon and orange zest. It's got so much flavor in there. It's got cayenne. It's got paprika. I'm also adding a little garlic powder. I'm basting my whole cauliflower. I want to get it all over with this beautiful basting.
And that's a little olive oil in it there, too,
exactly.
right?
There's olive oil in it, which is good for your heart.
Right.
And then when I've covered it in this seasoning, this marinade, I'm going to roast it in the oven for about 40 minutes.
Right.
And it comes out crispy, delicious, and roasted. And then I've made a blue cheese dip that has blue cheese. It has fat-free yogurt. It's got a little garlic powder. It's got lots of fresh chopped cilantro, a little cayenne if you want. And I'm using it to dip. Have a taste.
All right. Let me see about this. I'm coming right behind you there.
It's a little spicy.
Where is he?
It's really tasty. There's lots of blue cheese, which has salt, but not too much.
Wow!
And the saving of salt between these two dishes is over 1,500 milligrams
Somebody
of salt.
bring me a Coors Light, please.
There you go.
So the bottom line is salt. We could alternate it with natural herbs and spices, good quality ones.
That's right.
And you could also create ideas where not only you cut back on salt, but also on calories. And
That's right.
and
Calories, salt, and
Right.
boost flavor, because the fact is, if it doesn't taste good, I'm not going to eat it.
Right.
So let's find ways to do it where you're still getting that great flavor. And if you want more tips, more information, go to McCormick.com/low sodium.
There you got. Thank you so much for coming. I
Thank
love
you.
the recipes.
Thank you so much.
And if you have a health question, send them here at Fox at drmanny@foxnews.com. Until next time, I'm Dr. Manny.